Volume 1, Number 1, Michael and Grace's Love Story. As they're upon their 6th anniversary, Grace had a great idea. Michael, meet me at the gas station that we met at. Michael said, I'll meet you there. I need gas. So Michael meets her at the gas station where they met the first time. He pulls up behind her and he says, Do you need gas? Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. Happy anniversary, Grace. Here's your gas. And she chuckles. This is the first place we met. Remember that day? We're going to celebrate our anniversary early because of the wedding. Marissa's getting married in a day, so I just figured that we'd be ahead of schedule. As the anniversary was really special, this was a simple way to celebrate their anniversary with a full tank of gas. Let's go up to the cottage, Michael, and let's go look at the moon and stars tonight. This is our special night together. So they go up to the cottage and they get to stare at the stars tonight. It's just you and me tonight, Michael. As they held hands and they got a chance to just whisk away as they got the telescope out and looked at the stars tonight. Wow, I can't believe Marissa's getting married tomorrow. It's going to be an exciting day. At least we have a chance to whisk away for the night. There will be babysitters and there's going to be a lot of busyness tomorrow. Are you ready for tomorrow? Yes. Tomorrow is officially their anniversary, but because of the wedding, Marissa and Robert are getting married. And they're both in the wedding party. What a special day tomorrow is going to be. Above and beyond, Michael. You have gone so far above and beyond for me. But it's a simple gas in the car is all I wanted for my anniversary. A reminder of what we share. And Marissa was so touched by this story about the gas in the car that she thought that was a thoughtful thing that they did for their anniversary. Michael had a bouquet of wildflowers and yellow roses for her as she woke up that morning, as they woke up in the cottage. They were watching old movies as they fell asleep on the couch. Michael, we have to get ready. We have a busy day ahead. Okay, Grace, as they hurried up and showered and got ready for the wedding. They had to be there at the church. Oh boy, Grace, I didn't realize how ahead of schedule we have to be at the wedding. So as Marissa was preparing at the bridal suite at the church, everybody was getting dressed and Grace got there just in time to get ready for pictures. Sorry, I hope I'm not too late. No, you're just on time, said Marissa. Marissa looked beautiful in her wedding gown as they were doing the finishing touches on her hair and her updo. You look so beautiful, Marissa. I can't wait to see what the wedding is going to look like. As the chapel was adorned in roses, it was going to be a beautiful day today. The reception hall was at the Hollister Fire Hall. What an event this is going to be like. Wow, I can't wait to see my husband, said Grace. So how was your anniversary, said Marissa. It was really beautiful. It was a beautiful night we shared. I'm so happy to hear that. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way, Marissa. And I hope you have a happy, blessed wedding, too. Thank you. As the music started to play, the bridesmaids got ready and they got in line. As the ushers were coming forward and the bridesmaids were in line, they were starting to form in unison. As the music started to play, the bridesmaids come forwards, and so did the ushers go down the aisle. And then began the wedding march. And the bride, with her father by her side, went down the aisle. And they met and of course exchanged Marissa to Robert hand in hand. It was a beautiful sight. It was hard for Grace to not hold back the tears as she stared at Michael at the altar. It was another wedding that they were in attendance. By the time the ceremony had ended, they had announced Robert, Ringgold, and Marissa as husband and wife. We would like to announce Mr. and Mrs. Ringgold. May she kiss the bride. May he kiss the bride, that is. It was a beautiful moment. And of course, they threw confetti all over the aisle as they ran down the aisle. The receiving aisle was beautiful, and it was a wonderful sight as everybody shuffled out into the parking lot to the fire hall. The fire hall was filled with so many people. There had to be at least 100 people there at the fire hall. Wow, said Grace. Michael and Grace met up with each other and got into the car. Well, how long are we going to stay because we have the kids to get home to? We'll stay as long as we can. Whoa, I'm excited. What are we going to do tonight, Grace? Well, we're going to probably spend it with the kids at some point, unless they're in bed. I think they'll be in bed by the time we get home. It's going to be a long night. I think we should dance, Grace. I'm sure there's going to be a song they're going to play that we like. Let's just stay as long as we can to enjoy the night. This is our night too. Yeah, this is our wedding anniversary, our 6th wedding anniversary. How special, how sweet. Oh, that's so wonderful. Oh, so grateful. I'm so grateful we made it to our 6th anniversary. What a huge accomplishment, Grace said to Michael as they finally arrived to their table after being announced in the wedding party. And they sat down and enjoyed a meal after the prayer was announced, that everybody got to sit down and relax and enjoy that meal. So relax. It's nice to sit down and take a breather, Grace. After all, we certainly did not realize it was going to take so long. It's been a long day so far, said Grace. I'm sure the bride is worn out by now. Oh, I think the party's just getting started, said Michael. Look at them dancing out there. As he announced the first dance for the bride and the bride dancing with her dad. It was a wonderful sight to see Marissa enjoying herself. Marissa started dancing with all the bridesmaids, so Grace joined in. And then the tossing of the bridal bouquet began, and some young girl got the bridal bouquet. Oh boy, another wedding. Yep, there it is. As the wedding wound down, Michael and Grace decided to leave early. They said their goodbyes and they went up to Grace and Michael and gave them their wedding gift. And they said, "Thank you for letting us be a part of your wedding, Marissa and Robert. It was so great. It was so wonderful to be a part of this. Oh, I'm so glad you were here to be a part of this too. Marissa, congratulations. Robert, congratulations." And they hugged and left the event. Michael and Grace breathed a sigh of relief. It was such an intense feeling of love and emotions that they felt. They knew that Marissa, after all these years, finally found somebody that she could grab and hold on to. They couldn't wait to hear about the honeymoon and the events that Marissa was going to share and the future aspirations that Marissa was going to plan for their future ahead was so bright. Michael and Grace held hands in the parking lot and went into their car. I think I felt so much romance today. It was so romantic, Michael. I can't explain it. Maybe I'm just in the mood. Oh, I hope you stay in the mood, said Michael. That's exactly what I'm hoping for. Well, it's late. I'm sure the kids are in bed. Thank God we have some really good babysitters. Let's get home, Grace. Let's call it a night. As Michael and Grace made it their way home. Ah, so excited about getting home. I just want to curl up and hold you tonight, Michael. That sounds so good, Grace. Let's go home. They made their way home and pulled into the parking spot in their driveway. Wow, I can't tell you how grateful I am to take off these shoes. Oh, I know. It's nice to unwind a little. As they hurried up and got upstairs and unwind, everybody was already asleep, including the babysitters. It was a quiet evening. Wow. It was a perfect time to curl up in the bed and get some extra shut eye. Wow, I can't believe we hurdled all this. I didn't think we would make it through this day, said Grace. We did, said Michael. We finally made it. We finally turned this corner. We went above and beyond. That should be the name of our book, Above and Beyond. That sounds like a catchy title. I should write the book. Above and Beyond. Exactly. I'm inspired, Michael. Wow, that's exactly what it seems like. As Michael and Grace went to sleep, they held each other all night and they curled up next to each other, entwined with each other's bodies. It was perfect. It was a perfect moonlight night, as it was Valentine's Day and their wedding anniversary, and they kissed goodnight. The next morning, of course, there was a lot of hustle and bustle about the wedding. Elijah and Jenny asked so many questions about Marissa's wedding. So how was it, Mommy? Did you take pictures? Well, we tried. We did our best, but we were in the wedding party, honey. Aw, Mom, I know. It's probably hectic being in a wedding. Well, Jenny, we did our best. We did take pictures, though. We did try. Daddy did. I know Daddy. He takes pictures. Yeah, Daddy did. So Daddy showed pictures of what he did take. Oh, it looks like fun, said Jenny. How are the other kids? Where's Melissa? Where's Josiah? Where's Michael? Oh, they're still laying down. Oh, is it that early still? Yeah, we got up early. We wanted to talk to you, Mom and Dad. We wanted to tell you how much we missed you. Aw. Is Mrs. Yokoshoto up yet? No, not yet. She's still downstairs. Okay, it is kind of early. Why are you up so early on a Saturday? Oh, we wanted to get up early to talk to you because we missed you, Mom. We missed you, Dad. Happy anniversary. We got you a gift. You got us a gift for your anniversary? Oh, that's so sweet. Aw, thank you, Elijah. Thank you, Jenny. We made you something. Aw, that's even better. We know it's your anniversary, Mom. We know it's your anniversary, Dad. So we made cards. Aw, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. That's a perfect anniversary gift. I love your artwork, by the way. Oh, that makes my day, said Grace. It does make my anniversary so much sweeter, said Michael. All right, kids, let's get the other kids up because I don't want them sleeping in too late. They'll miss their nap. So as one of the babysitters assisted, Rachel came up and she helped get the kids up, and they all had breakfast. After breakfast, they cleaned up and they got everything situated for the day. They were going on an outing. Grace and Michael said it was a perfect day to go on an outing as the weather was starting to warm up. Let's go outside. Let's just go on a walk. As Michael and Grace held hands, the kids said, Mom and Dad are in love still. That's what's so amazing, said Jenny. Miss Yokoshoto stayed behind because they knew that it was just a day for the kids. Are we going to go to the Children's Museum? Said Jenny. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So they took the strollers out of the car and put the kids in this double stroller. And Melissa walked with them. Okay, Melissa, you're going to walk with mommy, okay? Okay, mommy. And I'm going to take the younger ones in the stroller, the double stroller. Okay, great, said Jenny. I'll help, mommy. Okay, said Elijah. I'll help too. So they went to the Children's Museum and looked at the puppet show, their favorite show, of course. It's a very theatrical performance. And they spent the afternoon at the Children's Museum looking at all the different artwork, all types of different exhibits. It was a very splendid day. Okay, kids, it's time to go home. Okay, Mom, can we go to the souvenir shop first before we leave? Sure, let's do that. So they picked out a few souvenirs and stickers to take home, and they purchased it at the register. And then before it was time to leave, they got some magnets as well. Okay, that's it. Let's get some souvenirs and let's go home. And that was it for the rest of the day as they went home and had dinner. And they had meatloaf and mashed potatoes. And they cooked up the mashed potatoes with also macaroni and cheese. A perfect dinner for the kids. And as they finished up their meal, they cleaned up after that and got ready for bed. They got in their pajamas after they took a shower and bath and got ready to get situated for the rest of the night. The babysitters helped get them ready for bed. It's almost 9 o'clock. It's time to get to bed, kids. Did you read your stories with Grandma Yokoshoto? Yes, Mom. Okay, good. It's time for sleep. I love you, said Grace. I love you too, Mom. I love you too, Dad. I love you too, son. We'll see you in the morning. We got to get to church. Remember, don't forget Sunday school. Okay, Dad. Okay, Mom. As they already put the little ones to bed, it was a nice, relaxing evening for both Michael and Grace. This turned out to be a beautiful weekend, Michael and Grace mentioned to one another. Fortunately, as the weekend was wrapping up, they went to church and it was perfect to go to Sunday school as the kids went to daycare. It was an opportunity for both Michael and Grace to go to church. And of all the topics that came up at the church sermon was above and beyond, how God goes above and beyond for us. And there goes the topic, how God does things that goes above and beyond what our expectations are. And Grace could not believe it. That's exactly what she was thinking about all week. So she just found the irony in that topic, how God goes above and beyond for us when we least expect it. So the message resonated with Grace. It really meant something. Grace couldn't believe it. She really felt it in her heart. That's what God has been speaking to her about. So as they were wrapping up and they left church, they got to the parking lot and got the kids into their seatbelts and their car seats. They rode off and went home. They had grilled cheese and potato chips and milk for lunch and went down for a nap shortly after that. As they got a good nap in, it was a perfect timing to relax. Josiah and Dad watched TV for a little bit as Josiah finally fell asleep and he went down for a nap. Elijah and Dad watched and played Atari for a little bit as Jenny went downstairs to spend time with Grandma Yokoshoto. Grace relaxed and started typing up a book. Above and beyond. That's exactly what I'm going to write about. I don't know how I'm going to write about it, but it's really sitting on my heart. How God goes above and beyond for us. That's simply where it stands for me. I don't know where I'm going to start with it, but it's definitely where I need to start. That's definitely the message that I got today and this week. Oh, so wonderful. What a weekend. As Grace really was relaxed and at peace. A certain peace came over Grace this week. It was like she finally came to the end of herself, like she came to the end of this chapter of her life, and something new was reborn. She was grateful that she finally came through a real weathered storm, and so did Michael. They came through some really rough times together, and God has really gone above and beyond for both of them to get them through these difficult times. It's amazing how they held hands through that storm and that their marriage weathered storms together. How their marriage has grown stronger through the 6 years they've been together. And their love story still continues. That's the amazing miracle of marriage and love. How they've grown stronger, how they've gone through labor, how they adopted children, and how they've shared their story together. How the turbulence of life, how the difficulties, the ups and downs of life, how they almost lost their company in the struggles to rebound, how they got the cottage back, how many things they had to go through their marriage. It's an amazing story that has unraveled, and they had to start over. And there's somewhere that comes to an end point, just like they learned in family therapy. It's like they had to rebound again. And it's amazing how their story has a twist and a plot. And there's been so many twists and turns in their story. But coming to the end of it is not the end of their story, but it's the beginning of a new chapter. And the new chapter begins somewhere along the line. And as Marissa's beginning is almost like a new chapter in their life, it also comes at an end point too. They told their story, they shared their message, and they're ready to move past that point. Love is a very beautiful story. While so many people have complex situations, forced into situations they don't want to be in, love is a choice. It's a decision to love one another daily. But the most important love of all is the love of Jesus Christ. And He must be our center, a center of our decisions, the center of our life, and a central focus of our lives. And Grace writes and types this in her message, in her book, Going Above and Beyond. Her book is a very well-written book, and she writes and completes the book in its entirety. As Michael reads her manuscript, he realizes this is exactly what you should write about. It's like almost like a short story. Yeah, exactly, said Grace. Do you like it? I love it, Grace. How long did it take you to write this? I wrote it the last couple weeks. Wow, it's amazing. You should publish this. Well, maybe I should. Maybe I should just hold on to it. No, Grace, this is good. This is really good. It's about turning your life around. It's about rebounding. It's about playing the game and winning. Victory in Jesus Christ. It's a Christian message. It's beautiful, Grace. Well, we'll see where it goes. I don't know. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful message, Grace. Hold on to this. I think I will, Michael. I think I will. but it's mostly about love. Love is a choice. It sure is, Grace.